girl just put a drop in her eye, and the next second, all the students in the class were staring at her strangely. She thought she had something dirty on her face. She hurriedly took out her mobile phone to look at herself. She found that all the students in the camera were also staring at her strangely. Even the teacher on stage stopped lecturing and stared at her. Looking at the horrible eyes of each and every one of them, the girl could no longer contain her inner fear. She rushed out of the classroom and went outside. She realized that her classmates were also staring at her. She didn't know what was wrong with her, so she asked a boy who was passing by, why was he staring at her? Strangely enough, the boy said he wasn't staring at her at all. Realizing that she might have met an evil spirit, she left the school in a hurry to go home. But when she came to the street, she was surprised to find all the pedestrians on the road were staring at her strangely. Whether it was a woman who was in a hurry to go to work, or schoolgirls taking photos with their mobile phones, they all turned their heads and stared at her, as if there was something scary on her face. Helpless, Nana hurriedly covered her face and went home. But when she turned on the TV, the couple in the TV also turned their heads and stared at her. She was so scared that she spat out the water in her mouth. She switched off the TV. Until then, she was still naive enough to think that she was hallucinating. She would be fine after a night's rest. But when she walked into school the next day, her classmates were still staring at her. So scared that she had to shield her face, she tried not to look at them. But the next moment, a male student bumped into her. As a result of the impact, the eye drops fell out of her backpack. The boy picked it up and gave it back to her. But because of this small action, Nana instantly realized something was wrong. She realized that the boy didn't seem to be looking at her. Confused, Nana pulled the boy. She asked him why he looked away from her. Instead, the boy took out a bottle of the same potion and told her the horrible truth.